What's up, boys? Today we're going to be absolutely deleting elites with the sharpshooter scout. Some of the overclocks here that target high HP enemies also got some crit chance and damage added onto them. And combined with the sharpshooter's passive boost to crit chance and crit damage, we should be able to get pretty insane stats to that. And then the thick boy version on the jury-rigged boomstick got some huge stat increases as well. I think a bunch of range and piercing on it. So that'll be very easy to hit elites with now as well. So we're going to try and just absolutely explode any elites and have the sharpshooter passive that causes an explosion whenever you overkill stuff. Where is it? I don't know, it should be on that. But whenever you overkill stuff, there's a big kinetic explosion as well. So we'll use that for some of our AoE and have all of our weapons just focus the elites and see what happens. So I'm looking for the deep core and the boomerang mainly. I think those are the two that have the highest HP enemy targeting. So we got the boomstick and the deep core. Let's go here.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed. One crate of goodies on the way.
Piercing, yup.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Gold scanner. I think I will take that as the first one. Reloads and some more. Paint job, we can get an overclock. Okay, this is the changed one. 10% crit chance and damage on top of the effect it already had, targeting the highest HP enemy. And then the stun sweeper can get that as well. And the gold scanner also helps us get both of the crit stats in the shop, so we'll try and go super hard on those as well. Get some massive multi-crits in the late game, hopefully. Try and line up the elites as we're running away here, so both of the weapons will shoot through both of them. Might be able to get a purple box if we can finish them right here. Okay, nice. I don't know if I'll have time to mine everything here. That'll help out a little bit, so I'll take some damage here. Try and get the biggest crits possible. Medium reload should be quite good here, but I kind of want to get the overclocks going as well. Ooh, that's a great magnets.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
I'll take a paint shot here. Some crit damage over fire rate. Fire rate won't be the greatest once we get the thick boy overclock. Big paint job, sure. And I think we'll go for the damage plus reload speed for that. Fire rate also won't be the greatest, but might want a little bit if it's purple anyways. Reload is decent. Some early pickup radius.
You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Damage, paint job, crit damage.
Nope. Try again.
Reload, big crit damage. Pick up and a bit of HP.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
I'm so ready to quit this job and move on. Oh yeah.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Supply pod prepped and ready, miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
So 5 more levels to collect a bunch of gold to try and get the boomerang here. And we have plenty of gold nearby, so that should be doable.
Come and get after you.
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
Heads up.
Paint job, that's fine.
Feels like a brand new gun now.
And here, this will give the bigger, like, crits and the piercing to help always land the shots.
Overclock, my favorite type of clock.
Big reload is fantastic.
Want it.
Exemplary work. You have a big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Reload, I'll take the level there, try and get that thick boy as soon as we can.
Dwarf, don't die today. Feel much better now.
Ooh, weapon box. What's in the box? Plasma burster with shocking. It's not very good, but it does at least have a useful debuff. I'll take a reload here. I want to get the 18 on that a bit more, I think. And then Stun Sweeper, nice. That's what we were going for there.
I feel quite alive. Sorry, little one. Your own fault for being full of good.
pull them through some detonators, and then have the boomstick knock them back. Nice combo.
The clock's ticking, Miner. Get it wrapped up.
Decent crit chance. See if we can farm some AoE damage with this sharpshooter passive where you overkill stuff and cause an explosion. Projectile damage. I could use some mining speed still, since that gets us a bit of colds. This is probably better than just one upgrade, some more mining speeds. Big crit damage, absolutely. Oh, that's actually unfortunate because we got the plasma burster off of the weapon box. Ew. I'll take some potency here. Damage into an overclock. Okay, we got the clip size. That's not bad, but definitely want that for the thick boy for massive numbers. I'll take a damage level and then I guess probably damage on that, since we are going to try and get some big numbers on that as well with the big game hunter on it.
Time's ticking, Miner. Move it.
Big fire rates, that's fine on that weapon.
Stage 2 completed. Taking you to stage 3. Well done.
Ew, throwable upgrades, go away. Big movement, cheap level, some medium reloads, bits of pickup. I just don't want these. Potency's fine for that. And then I guess we'll take that to hit a lot more often with it.
I'm clocking it to 11.
Oh wait, that actually changes the targeting as well. That probably doesn't even work with the big game hunter for that. Oh well.
I'm feeling lucky.
Big fire rate if I want that. We're kind of light on useful Nitra stuff, so I will. Kinetic is pretty good. I think we will keep all of those as kinetic.
More options.
Nothing for Nitra, of course.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. A full critical run here. We're going for the new big game hunter since that has crit chance and crit damage with the sharpshooter bonuses to it. So we're going for an absolutely giga crit big game hunter dwarf. We have a little bit of shocking with the boomerang and the plasma burster for some extra crit chance against enemies that stacks up against. And then a gold scanner for some more global crit upgrades in the shop. Hoarder, that actually should be pretty easy to kill with the deep core focusing it. I guess we will want the levels on that eventually. Projectile is about the same as that, but might work on some other stuff. Of course, the thick boy on the jury rigged got some nice stat buffs. It gives a ton of piercing and weapon range now. I guess I will take a blue for that. Ration's kind of nice. Yeah, I think we'll trim down the artifact pool a little bit before I start doing rerolls. And the ration just honestly feels nice every time I take it. Little bit of extra survivability padding. We'll take some crit chance here.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
damage.
Stuck on this, you freak of nature.
Fire rates, I mean, I guess I will add a legendary.
Please.
I don't think it does a ton with the thick boy. It'll help a bit until we get there. And maybe it'll help if I get a ton of reloads. I'll take a damage there since it's pretty close to 18. I think I'm gonna try and make a break out of here before we get locked in. Bit of HP. Oh my god, there's so many roly-polies here. I'll take some crit damage here. Paint job, I don't think we really need that at this point. I'll take a reload for the jury. Planning to take all of those weapons past 18 if I can. Paint job is fine for that.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Threat level quota satisfied. The drop pod
Reload or
arriving.
gold.
Get moving. It
I
won't
think we
hang
can do a
around.
bit more with
Now
that.
this is a rare treat.
And then I guess a level here.
I'll take it. Yes. Say hello, my little friend. Loot box looted.
That's one for the books. Taking it to stage 4, miner.
I'm gonna go crit and see if we can get some stuff in the shop for it.
This will help me work harder.
Bit of mining and pick up. See what else we
Nothing for me here.
got.
Let's try
Proj
again.
damage is pretty good. Fire rate's not the greatest.
This'll do.
Crit chance.
Next.
Fire rate is fine for that.
Dibs.
Some kinetic and proj.
Bingo.
Don't have a ton of gold left, so
What
we
else we
need some
got?
for rerolls now. Reload
gimme,
into
gimme.
an overclock. We'll go the weapon range for that, and combined with the thick boy for that, should be some pretty huge range on it
Gonna help
now.
me be a perfect dwarf.
For this, we'll have to go lead wrapped. That'll give some huge crits anyways with
clocking it
the
to 11.
damage. I guess a reload and see what else we got later on.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
So we're up to 68% crits with 433% crit damage on the 4th floor. Should be able to get a lot more of those on the end, and we have the overclocks giving a little bit to specific weapons on top of that, plus a little bit of electrical stacks.
Bring it, Becker! Loot box eliminated.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
That hit the spot.
I guess fire rate for the level. That one's gonna be a lot harder to get to 18.
You ugly son of a bitch.
We got a swarm incoming.
Yeah, we got the horde.
Big movements. Or we could get some crit stats with the golds.
Ooh-wee, not too shabby. Do you like her? This one's
Or I could have used the movement to help me get out of here.
feature maker great. Vaporize.
The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land.
Decent damage.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I'll take a paint job. That's probably the main overclock we're going for on it. Or the main level up, I mean. See if we can get some sharpshooter explosions to clear out the detonators up here, hopefully. I will still take that, that's pretty good.
Your history.
I'll take a damage here.
We got a launch. Supplies inbound.
Heads up.
Coupons will be nice. Buy more crits in the shop. Ow. Hurts.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Let's take a reload for that.
Point on it.
Please kill them. I want my red. Okay, some big golds. Yeah, I'll take that over those. And then a bit of HP so I don't die.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Crit chance. Don't care about any of those. Reload is good. A little bit of armor to go with my HP. How's a reload on that? Could use a bit more probably. But I also need weapon levels for overclock, so we'll save that actually. Piercing
A little extra special.
damage is tempting though. But I think we'll save that for the two thick boys.
Pick one of these. Nothing for me here. Let's try
Reload,
again.
reload, some crit
This makes my whole
chance.
life better.
A little bit more HP.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Big paint job to get
Gorgeous
overclocks
gun
on
for a
that.
gorgeous dwarf.
And then we'll take the magnet, I think, to collect stuff.
Rock and
Get a
stone.
pickup. Try and find a couple more gold things, crit chance. Paint job would help catch that up a bit. I think that would be nice. One more reroll. Some kinetic and a bit of XP.
The dreadnought will emerge when you destroy the small cocoons. And watch out for elites. Keep your cool. You will make it out just fine.
Magnite here. Let's clear them out. Up down. There's lunch over here. Much better. You're cute, but you're dead. Die!
Reloads will help it debuff a bit. And then we can add the slowing effect for double utility on it. That's pretty cool. Shocking plus freezing.
them all. Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
Reload, I kind of want to get the thick boy going, so go ahead and grab that. All the projectiles into one thick boy, greatly increasing damage, reducing reload speeds. And with the bigger mags, it's absolutely massive damage per shot. Does take 2 seconds per shot, but 10,000 base damage plus our crit stats should delete almost anything it hits. The only real choice here is gold if I'm taking one of these, and it does help us get more crit stuff. Yeah, every shot's one-shot stuff, and then any overkill damage causes an explosion with the sharpshooter passive. Super satisfying. I'll take a damage there. Fire rate is fine for that. Oh, we got the twin, so I kind of need to line them up for the piercing shots to hit both of them at the same time. Or just do so much damage they have to keep constantly healing, I guess. That works too sometimes. Just keep forcing them to heal and then go mine some golds.
Hello and good morning.
I will take that for the level. It's still pretty far away from 18.
Threat moves down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Quota is satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around. Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Damage, sure.
Good work, miner. Now to stage 6.
Big crit chance, grab the paint job. So we have to take one of these, and these actually do work with Thick Boy now. It will actually increase the potency based on the clip size, which it doesn't actually say here. But I did test that earlier and it seemed to work, so this can do some decent electrical debuffing. If I take that, then we will get electric upgrades, which I don't want. So I guess we'll go cold, and it should instantly freeze them with the massive potency. Don't really want any of those. Crit chance. Reload for the kinetic thick boy. Has a piercing on that 12. Probably use a little bit more.
Now this is a rare. I want another go.
Bit
Now
of
this is a
mining.
rare treat.
Don't need any of
what
those.
else?
Crit chance. Reload.
What's best?
And then
Sure,
some
why
gold
not?
stuff to finish it off.
I want it.
So the reload on that's down to 1.71, but that's going to be the best weapon since it's the only kinetic
You
thick
have
boy
your
left.
objectives. Get it done, miner.
Oh yeah, the potency on that is up to 21. Oh wait, I don't have the thick boy on that yet. But I think it's like a 5 times multiplier on that one, and then like an 11 times multiplier or something on the M1000, if you get the clip size increase with that as well. So it should just instantly freeze whenever it hits if we get that.
Big swarm detected. Buck up and get ready.
Got it right between the eyes.
Can't drop supplies for you yet. Prep the landing zone for impact.
What I found.
LZ ready. Resupply
I'm a
inbound.
bullet in the face.
Pickled Nitra, perfect for massive
I'm gonna do
crits.
something epic with this.
Crit damage. Oh yeah, how are we doing on that now? 122% crit chance, 448% crit damage. So every shot will do at least 5.5 times damage,
Fight for your life.
and then there's a chance to do 11 times damage on top of that.
Big swarm detected. Buck up and get ready.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. Say hello to my little friend. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. I die a little inside every time I have to think of that will teach you. Die, creep.
Bit of movement to help out with the pickled Nitra penalties.
Bring the fire.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Nitra for more weapon levels, so we can get really big crits on the M1000, get that up to 18 I hope.
Just what I needed.
Then those are pretty bad. Level on that for more overclocks I think.
See you later.
Keep pushing, Manor. Stage 7 is next.
Paint
Now it's
job,
my
some
favorite
piercing,
color.
more crits.
Let me try again.
Another paint
Gorgeous
job,
gun
and
for a
then that'll finish
gorgeous
it off.
war.
So the piercing and weapon range on that are new as well, 3 times on both of those. And then it doesn't say, but it should multiply the potency as well. So we're at 21,
Put a bit of extra
and then
kick
that
in.
goes up to 63. So it might actually be different. Oh no, last time I tested that I had the 100% clip size, so it looks like 3 times without that. And then maybe 6 times with it. Bits of
Power up
movement,
my tin
reload for
forces.
that.
Let me try again.
Reload there's pretty good,
Epic
sure.
upgrade. That's next.
Crit
I rarely pick one of
chance,
these. This is a
damage.
smart pick. Show me more.
Don't really care here.
Let me try again.
That only needs 1 level, so nah. We can finish it off with potency, but it's kind of
Nothing for me here.
expensive.
Let's try again.
Crit damage, some medium
one suits
reload,
me
and then I
best.
guess.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
And I did try a fire version of the M1000 with the new Thick Boy,
God damn it,
and
that's
it wasn't terrible, but it was kind of underwhelming. Even with like an 11 times multiplier, it just fires so slow with the slow reload speed. Yeah, a bit more mining probably would have been worth it. Oh well.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
1,000.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
I'm gonna kill you all! Think you can kill me? Well, think again! I die a little inside every time
We
I
got
have
too
to
much
pick
clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something.
Reload, not bad.
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
Piercing, I don't think that will do a whole lot. 50 on that is more than enough. 21 is kind of hard to use. 14. Let's go Nitra powder, and then we can hold a bunch.
I'll take this.
And that will be pretty crazy with the pickled and the powder. I'll be very slow, and I'll delete anything that comes close to me. Yeah, it's instantly freezing the elites when it hits them.
All tasks complete. Stage finished.
Big reload speed for 3, not bad.
Get on it before it leaves.
And some crit damage. Ooh, Nitra, I don't think I have time for that. Especially since it'll slow me down once I get it.
Head out.
Got it right between the
We're
eyes.
going deeper. Stage 8 is next.
Big movements. Help out the pickled Nitra a bit. I could probably use it a little bit. Reload. Oh wait, I'm trying to save the Nitra
Show me more.
for the big numbers. Big proj damage. That's pretty good.
Nope. Try again.
Another medium reload, some global damage. And we'll save all the Nitra for massive numbers.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
So I'm at 162% crit chance by default here.
This job and move on. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what do those max out at? That one doesn't have a cap. That one would cap at 250% for 500 Nitra. But that'd also probably bring me below 0% movement speed.
This one's for Carl.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Here it goes. Meet your maker, Crate. Eat lead.
Well done. You got them all. for your life. Big swarm is approaching. Supply pod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for lab. The scavengers lit up like a
The
Christmas
sharpshooter
tree.
passive, so good. Let's see, if we get the turbo encabulator, that would be pretty nice to still have all the overclocks available.
Shoot to kill. Swallow this.
Got a supply pod incoming. Well done.
What else could we get? Weapon box, I have that. So the two that go with that would be pretty cool. I think I'm down to look for those. Well, no, Nitra's so good. Piercing it is. We got the double Nitra scaling, so that's absolutely insane damage. Level for that.
Suck on
Nitra?
freaking nature.
I'm probably gonna have to spend some of it just so I don't get too slow though.
Lucky day.
But it's actually... Oh, it took a second to update there. Yeah, I'm kind of slow now. Yeah, definitely have to spend some of it. Unless I get a ton of movement speed.
Pod is about to head out.
Them out. Bring the fight.
We're going deeper. Station 9 is next.
The big thing for the Boomerang XP collection is the knuckle grip. Just goes in a constant spiral pattern around with a massive range, so that combo's really good. We can take that to finish it off and have it collect even
This
more.
one almost makes it too easy. Surely
Nah.
next time will be better.
No.
What else?
Reload. Big crit damage, definitely.
Dial it in. Let me try again.
Crit chance.
What else we got?
Proj
That's the upgrade I was looking
damage.
Gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm
Global
growing
damage. Those kind of
stronger. More
suck.
options.
Reload is fine. I do need to get that down a little bit more, so potency.
Show me more.
Medium reload, yeah. Paint job is good to get the levels on that. And then a bit more damage there.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miter.
Next time, let's go some. I killed the Hoover, and I'm not so proud of it.
Proj damage, where reload speed would have been good too.
Let's show them some fight. You have it, Hoover.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
One down. I'm not scared of you.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
The time is not great. See you in hell. Much better.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
One down.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Fire rate's
It's a little
fine.
extra special. Yeah.
LZ cleared. Supplies inbound.
I really don't need another one. Let's see if we can find something cool with the weapon box. These are actually pretty bad because the crit stats are additive and I have so much of them already. It would actually lower my damage here. Ooh, holy bait, that's perfect. Should one-shot everyone that we hit. Reload is fine. Crit chance are golds. I have the coupons, so that might be better.
I just became a better horde. We got the horde.
We can get that out of the pool, and then maybe find something cool. The last artifacts. Since there's a few that I still really want, like the encabulator. I think I have 2 of those, right? Yeah, so either of those removes them from the pool. And then let's reroll that. Proj damage.
Pod has arrived. Get there before
Big
the time
Nitra.
runs out. The drop pod
I'll have
is
to
not going
spend
hang
a lot of
around.
that. Although it's the final stage, so I could just go super slow and try to one-shot the boss also. Depending on what we see in the shop.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Damage is good there.
What else we got?
Big kinetic damage,
Show me more.
crit
I'm growing
damage, global
What else we
damage,
got?
reload for one of the thick boys, reload there,
I'm feeling lucky.
medium
This will help
reload,
me
big
work
damage
on
for that. Let's go ahead and finish that off and have that bounce more times.
bugs.
And then we'll try and save a decent amount, I think. Although damage there,
Go for this one.
good enough. And then we'll try and get the pretty high Nitra
Take out the
and just go for the one shot on the boss.
Maybe we're not gonna die after all. You bugged out.
So, Turbo Encabulator or Gold Tipped or something, pay to win console, something that scales with gold would be fantastic as well. For the last artifact here. I guess try and find like Damager, that's pretty good. Damager reload.
Now we're talking. Wiped on it.
Yeah, just instantly delete the elites as soon as they come in firing range.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Eliminated. Got it right between the eyes.
Supply pod imminent.
Well, that's actually not bad here. We're kind of at like the highest XP point, so we could actually get some pretty good value out of that. But not that, not that. It's okay. We have a decent amount of gold. No. Okay, this might have been a mistake. Movement to help with the pickled nitra, I
Every
guess.
day.
Those are not great. It should be decent here, but I feel like I'm getting pretty unlucky. Oh my god. These are garbage. Jesus.
This is my pick.
Alright, that was definitely a mistake. That's not bad, at least.
Wee, not too shabby.
Like, that's the most value you're gonna get out of 3 levels right at the end before the boss comes out. Those are trash, those are trash. Damage is fine on that. Alright, let's see how much we crit for. Oh, he's dead, but he slapped me. I didn't even see him charging there. Good thing I have pretty big damage.
The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
So the final stats, we had 443% global damage, 54% reload, 192% crit chance, 543% crit damage. So we were almost always critting for about 13 times damage, and we were just off of getting a potential triple crit, unfortunately, but still absolutely blessed that guy. Pretty low luck. And 1000 Thick Boy. This also increases potency now if you go for any of the elemental conversions. Felt a bit weak on the fire the one time I did that, but this one has some kind of useful debuffs. You can instantly freeze them with that combo, and that gave us triple potency, but we missed the clip size there, which is pretty important for the Thick Boy with that one. Got the Deep Core Big Game Hunter, now gives a decent amount of crit chance and crit damage on top of targeting the highest HP enemy. So that kind of helped us get the elites down in the early game. Some XP collection, bit of electrical debuffs there. And then that was pretty bad. It gave us a bunch of throwable upgrades in the shop, although the utility was kind of helpful. I think I would have rather had something else than that. We had 12 artifacts, it looks like. And then that ended up being junk, even though that's about the best possible time you could have gotten it. Gold scanners are pretty nice with the coupons for some extra crit stats and global damage in the shop.
One less dreadnought to worry about. Management sends their regards.
138.6 million on the M1000, not bad. Let's see, those were fully kinetic. That one was converted at some point. So I'm not fully sure how to calculate the sharpshooter passive, but it had at least 150 million damage, I think. Around half of my total damage was from the sharpshooter passive, so that's pretty insane. Wait, how did I have 37.8 million colds? The entire jury-rigged damage was less than that. Does the sharpshooter change to the damage type that triggered it? I'm not sure where the rest of the cryo damage came from. Huh. Interesting. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.